Hello, friend. So happy that you're back listening to the show again. I've got an exciting episode for you today. I'm going to share with you the magical moment that changed everything for me and gave me the mindset shift I needed so that I could stop using drugs, get myself out of the Los Angeles party scene, and put myself on a trajectory to not only heal mind, body, and spirit, but also launch what is now a beautiful essential oil business and set the stage to become a wife and a mother of two amazing, healthy daughters. So if you'd like to know what this transformational moment was for me, let's dive into the episode and I'll tell you all about it. So before we get into the episode, I want to invite you to something very special. It has been a dream of mine to create an online community, and I have finally done it. So just now launching Jasmine and Juniper, the School for Botanical Inspired Living. This is a membership community where you get access to everything I create, from ebooks to aromatherapy rituals. If I record a meditation or I have a special event, it's all in there for you. Plus, we have a private Facebook group where you can have access to me on a regular basis, and we can all grow together as a community. I would love to invite you to come and check it out. All the information is in the show notes. It's only $44 a month, and you can cancel anytime. Just go to jasmineandjuniper.com/connect or swipe up and you can get all the details. Okay, let's get into the episode. I was going through an extremely difficult part of my life. I was in my early 30s and I had spent almost a decade in the underground Los Angeles rave scene. I was doing a lot of drugs. My job was within this community. So literally my job was to go to parties. And I am not a night owl. I am a morning person. I do not like being up late. I have come to learn that I'm extremely sensitive, empathic, probably neurodivergent. I still need to get a diagnosis. And so being out at these parties with all of these people up all night dancing, I would use uppers to be able to do it. And after many years of this, it started to take a huge toll on my mental health, on my physical health, on my financial well-being. And I wanted out, but I didn't know how to get out because this is something about me. I've often thought that I am unemployable. I am a natural entrepreneur. I like to work at my own schedule. I don't really shut off. So the whole be at work at 9 o'clock, check out at 5 o'clock just has never worked for me. So I enjoyed being in this alternative scene. I loved the creativity. I love musicians. I love music. I love dancing. There was so much that was incredible about it, but there definitely came a point where I looked myself in the mirror and I thought, you cannot be 50 years old and still going to the club. Something needs to change. Also, deeply in my heart, I wanted to be a mother one day, and I knew that what I was doing to my body would not facilitate a healthy pregnancy. What I was doing to my bank account would not allow me to give my children a high quality life. And whatever was going on in my personal relationships and friendships, it was not producing a partnership that would lead to marriage, to a family. So I knew something had to change, but I wasn't quite sure how to change it, what the right next step was. But my body decided for me. Do you ever feel like this? I feel like this so often, that my body will actually guide me to the next right step. There'll be an ache somewhere or a sickness or something will happen where my body will just say, nope, you can't do that anymore. And this was happening with the work I was doing. There was a series of things happening within my body. One, shoulder pain. So it made it very difficult for me to work on the computer, which was a main part of my job because I was a booking agent for DJs. I also was having really bad pain in my back, which made standing up at the club and dancing very difficult. And then, of course, my mood, I just was full of anxiety. I was dealing with depression. Things were going downhill fast. And then my tooth broke. And this was the best thing that ever happened. My tooth broke in the middle of a gig. I was working in the Coachella Music Festival. The bass was pumping and I could feel it in my tooth and it hurt so bad. It hurt so bad. I had just enough time between that Coachella gig and my next music festival to go to the dentist. And the dentist said, "You have a root canal and we can't take care of it for 2 weeks." So I had to continue working at this music festival with this pain in my mouth. And by the way, I was into essential oils back then. And guess what I did? I put a few drops of clove in the hole in my tooth a couple times a day to help with the pain and also because it's antimicrobial. And that dentist said, if you had not been doing that clove in your tooth, you would have a much more advanced infection and it probably saved you. But even so, I couldn't get the tooth taken care of. So that dentist gave me a Vicodin prescription, which at the time I should not have been taking any more drugs than I already was. And it took me to my breaking point. After that festival, I was so burnt out. I was in so much pain. I was so sick that I finally went, I'm done. It's time to stop. And the only place I knew to go from there was a familiar place, something that I had grown up with, something that had always been a part of my life and had always been helpful. It was the yoga mat. There's a beautiful yoga studio in Santa Barbara. It's called Yoga Soup. Shout out Eddie Elner. He's an amazing yoga teacher. I found myself showing up at that yoga studio every day, no matter what. Sometimes I would be hungover. Sometimes I would still be high. Sometimes I would be cracked out from the night before and all the drugs I had taken. I definitely was not healthy in body, mind, or spirit. But that yoga mat, that yoga studio was this touch point for me. It was the one good thing that I could do for myself. It was the one right move as I was trying to figure out how to heal and rebuild my life and find a path forward that took care of me and hopefully would set me up for the ability to be a mom one day, which I wanted so badly. Now, here's where the moment of transformation happened. I love these moments. If you look for them, they're there. If you ask for guidance, if you ask for support from whether it's God, the universe, your spirit guides, aliens, mushrooms, plants, kitties, magical unicorns, I don't care what you believe in, but when you ask for help and you ask for guidance and you say, show me the way, like, I don't know what to do here, that message comes. And in this circumstance, that message came on the yoga mat. I remember this very specific yoga class. It was a beautiful yoga class. We came to the end. The teacher said, now it's time for Savasana. Savasana is corpse pose. It's at the end of your yoga practice. It literally means a death. You lay down on your back, you close your eyes, you let everything go. And as this teacher was explaining, this is a moment where you can just let yourself die. And then you're reborn. And in that moment, I thought, wow, what if I really could put this old life to rest and be reborn, having forgiven all of my mistakes and my transgressions, having been made new, like a newborn baby. And I contemplated that and I embodied that as I laid there on the yoga mat with my eyes closed, allowing that feeling of relief to wash over me. There was no more efforting to be done. There was nothing more to figure out. I could just lie here, release, and surrender. And then the words came. Take a deep breath in, wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, come back to your body. And in that moment, I thought, what if I approached my life as though I am born just today. Today is the beginning. There is nothing in the past that I have to atone for or forgive. Today is the first day of my life. And when I get up and off this yoga mat and I take that first step out into the world, what do I want this life to be like? That was the moment my life changed. That was the moment I decided I was worth living for, and what I would put into my body and my mind and the life I would create for hopefully my future children was worth it. I hope this story inspires you to think about what could change in your life if you let go of the past, if you stopped worrying about what you've done wrong or mistakes that you've made, and instead you wake up right now and you live your life as though this is the first day of your life, and you can step forward and create anything you want to create. I'm here for you. I want to hear your stories. I want to hear what you think about this. Please reach out to me on social media. I'm Jasmine and Juniper Living on Instagram, Jasmine and Juniper on TikTok. Please reach out. And if you need support, I am here to be your guide with essential oils and aromatherapy rituals. The essential oils have helped me so much on my healing journey. And now I like to pay that forward to give you that wisdom. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and I'll talk to you next time.